Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham, episode number 539 today. And today I am continuing my Zoho Mail. Excuse me, I've got another sniffle. It's cold. It always sniffles in the cold. Today I'm continuing my tutorials on Zoho Mail. Specifically today we're talking about calendar, or we're talking again about calendar. There's a few things more we need to cover off in that, or I want to cover off in that. And I'm including calendar in my mail tutorial because it's all part of the package that you get when you get Zoho Mail. And to me, managing your calendars is as important, sometimes if not more important, than managing your own email. So today what I'm going to show you is how you access a calendar that has been shared with you within Zoho. The sorts of things that it will show you. There's going to be a couple of pauses as I go through and make changes on my other calendar so I can show you what the differences are. In this case, it's one of my calendars, one of my personal calendars. It's on the same account within the same data center as Zoho, as this account that we've got on. If you remember in previous episodes, in the more recent episodes, I've spoken about if you want to share calendars with people, they've got to be within the same data center as you. There are other ways of sharing calendars, which I will do in another episode, but today we're just going to share a calendar with someone. So without further ado, let me get on. I'm going to share my screen, show you the calendar that's been shared with me, and then I'll probably show you the settings that I change in my other account. We'll see how we go. Okay, so this is my Learn About Dogs calendar. You'll see, so to get here, just so I remind everyone, we go to mail.zoho.com. You will be put into the startup screen that you chose when you set up, or the default startup screen that was chosen for you. That's normally within Mail. To get into calendar, in the right-hand bar, choose your calendar icon. That takes you to calendar, and it takes you to whatever your default view is. Mine is week, and it's this week. In my second column along, so I describe my screen as 3 columns. It's the left-hand column with the little menu, the next panel, which is the calendars and the mini view of the calendar, and then we have the calendar in the big view here. So in the middle panel, what I call the second panel along, or the middle panel, we've got all of the calendars we can access. We've got the calendars that I've set up. I did these in a separate episode recently. The app calendars, so my Outlook and my Gmail calendars that I've synchronized so that they appear in my calendar. Calendars that are subscribed to. And here we have shared calendars. Now this is new, and you'll see that we've got shared calendars, so we can turn the calendar off and we can turn the calendar on to make it appear. I'll show you where that is over here in a minute. You probably saw it while I was turning it on and off. Again, that's if you click the little eye icon here too, that does the same thing. You see it takes it straight out. We can go and put it back on in a minute. I'll show you where to get to that. So to actually find what calendars have been shared with you, this is a great time to segue into that. We come up to our settings menu. So we're just here where it says manage personal calendars. Just click on the settings menu here and come down. So it drops us into calendar. Come down to where it says shared calendars. And you'll see here we have Charly, and we've got the little icon. The little eye icon has been crossed out saying we can't see it. So we're just going to turn it back on. A couple of things we can do here with it. It tells you who it is for. So this is my own personal account. Hopefully my editor actually blurs out the email address here, just the email address, because what you'll see here is it's telling me that I can only see the free and busy permission on the calendar. That's what I've given access to this user, this person, for on my personal calendar. You'll see that it's picked up my default name for my calendar, Charly. I can edit that and I can say Charly's personal calendar. Okay. And that's what's going to appear in my sidebar. So if you've got a lot of calendars and you need to make sure that they mean something to you, you changing it here isn't going to change it on the other person's side, but it's going to make it meaningful to you. You can also change the color. Remember what I said, I don't like that color, so let's make me a really icky pink color. That's fine. It's pink. And I'm not gonna go down with all of this other stuff here. So this is what I've got. You can also see that we've got view only free busy permission. Okay, let's go and have a look and see what that actually means to us. Now over here we're pink, so we've got to look for the pink appointments in the calendar, and you'll see I've got one over here. And it just says that Charly is busy. If I click on that, it just says that it's in Charly's personal calendar and she's busy. And it's between 11 and 11:30. That's all I can see at the moment, because that's all I have given access to this user to see. You see, we've got another busy here. We've got another busy here. So how do we change that? How do we fix that up? Well, let me see. I am running the Zoho desktop app here. This is for my other user. Yep, I've just flicked between screens. It's going to look a little funny because the screens look so similar, but I have just flicked between screens. If you look at the icon up here, that will tell you that we're in a different screen. And what I'm going to do, this is my calendar that I have shared with the Learn About Dogs user. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my calendar settings on my user. I'm going to come down to shared calendars. No, sorry, I'm going to come to my calendars. I've got to get them right. Depends on which user I'm in. And if I come down to sharing and permissions, I can see who I've shared it with, and I've got this user here. So hopefully my editor has blurred out email addresses here, but they've left this one, info at Learn About Dogs, and you'll see that I've given that view only free busy. If I drop that down, I can say view event details. That's going to update the info at Learn About Dogs calendar. I'm actually going to leave that here. We're going to flick back to my Learn About Dogs calendar here. And without even refreshing the screen, you can see now that I can actually see what the events are and some details on the event. So I've just put things in just so that we can see what they are and what they look like. But you can see now I've got more detail here. It doesn't just say that she's busy on that time. It tells me what it is. I can't edit it. I can't do anything. What I can do, I can duplicate the event. I can't duplicate it into Charly's calendar. All I can do, I don't think I can duplicate it into Charly's calendar. Let's have a look. So this says duplicate it on Charly's personal calendar. Let's see what it does. Should give me an error. Yep, it does. It gives me an error that says I don't have permission to add this calendar to add this event to this calendar, and I can't choose another calendar to duplicate it to. Okay, that's fine. That was a very bad example. Well, it was a good example because you could see what it looks like when you can't actually do things in someone else's calendar. Okay, so we've got that here. Let's head back to my personal calendar. And what we're going to do is change the view level again. And we're going to say edit event details. Calendar access has been changed. And now if I come back to my calendar and I click on it, you'll see I've now got the pencil icon, and I can now edit the event, edit all events. Just going to edit this event. I can add comments, I can add reminders, I can change the time of it. Let's just change the time for this event to 11:30 to 12 instead of 12 to 12:30. And we're going to put a This is the new time, just in there. So it's only this event we're editing. We're going to click save. Here it is here, another event. It's because it's so tiny, I missed it. You'll see it's changed it to 11:30 to 12:30 on today, and it's got a thing, got a thing. The description and the other events around it have not changed. Now, if I go into my personal calendar here, we're just going to close that down. You'll see even on my personal calendar, I'm back in my own calendar here. I've got another event and it has moved it on my calendar. So I've been able to modify, because I've got edit permissions on that event now, I can modify it across both calendars. I'm going to go back into settings. We're just going to do the one last setting here so that you get a real good feel for it. My calendars, that's what I'm looking for. Come down to info, learn about dogs in the shared individuals. We're going to say delegate. And that says I can manage calendars. Delegate, manage calendars. Now, what does that actually mean? What it means, if I go back to here, I can create an event for Charly. So if I just click to create a new event, come down to calendars here. Yeah, so I had to refresh the screen just to get the new changes up. Some things will happen immediately. Some things you've got to refresh your screen. So if you're having trouble, just give your screen a refresh. Make sure that you pick up the new changes. If I click on the create a new event and come down to the calendars that I have access to, I now have access to Charly's personal calendar, and I can actually put in that I can create events on Charly's behalf, not info's behalf, Charly's behalf. I can set, the time 1 till 2:30 this case. I can invite individuals for her. I know it's weird talking about myself in the third person, right? I can invite people. I can put it into Charly's calendar. If I click on more options, I didn't pick it up. That's my bad. I can choose locations. I can enter URLs. I can do all sorts of things here. And if I click save, had to press enter. So don't just enter it. You've got to press enter after you've put the name in. So it's now picked it up as a email address to invite. If I click save, I'm not going to ask for. And it shows the delegation. So it's in the pink calendar on my info account. And if I come back to my account here, come back to my account, you'll see that it's been added to my calendar. And if I click on that, it tells me that I was the organizer because it was put into my calendar. It wasn't organized, even though it was organized by someone else on my behalf, because it was delegated. I'm the organizer, so it's there. And it shows you where and it shows you that it's it doesn't show you it's a delegated entry. Someone else has put it into my calendar because they have delegated access. Okay. I wanted to go through all of that. I wanted to show you the settings. I don't know if that's as effective as it could have been. I don't know if that's as effective as it could have been. It's always something that I like to play with and I like to get a feel for. And when I'm setting up someone new on my systems, making sure that they understand how they work, even if they do what we've just done here. Here, set up calendars, tell me you can see things, make sure you set up events, make sure you can see things, make sure you can modify things. What are the things I can do for you, etc., etc., etc. Okay. I think that's all I need to cover today in just covering off a calendar that has been shared with you, and how you can use that and how people around you within the same data center. I'm going to come back to that. It's got to be in the same data center to be able to do all these things, preferably on the same account. It makes it much, much easier. Hopefully that makes it a little clearer to see how you can really get some productivity gains by doing these sorts of things and by using these sorts of tools to do things. What do you guys think? Leave comments, questions, feedback in the comments wherever you're watching or listening to this video. Come across to my community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com, community designed for business owners to get a better handle on their tech and the tools that they are using. Was this video useful? If so, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to find out when I drop more content. And guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.